In a bustling town, there lived a boy named Aaron. He was always curious about the deeper meaning of life, and these thoughts consumed his mind. One evening, while lying on his bed, he recalled an incident from the previous day. He had been playing in the park when he noticed a small child wandering aimlessly. The child's father had walked away unaware, and the little one had stood there, on the verge of tears, calling out. Aaron had run to help, but by the time he reached, the father had returned and the child was safe. Yet something about the moment unsettled him. The child's confusion, fear, and helplessness stirred in Aaron the deeper question that had haunted him for some time: what is our purpose? Why are we here when we must eventually leave this world? The next day he woke up with the same question burning in his heart. Without saying much to anyone, he left the house, letting his feet carry him wherever they might. He walked and walked, the busy streets of the town slowly fading into the quiet countryside. His thoughts churned within him, heavier with each step. Why are we born if death is inevitable? What is the point of all this? After hours of wandering, Aaron noticed a hut in the distance, nestled between two trees, one small, delicate and young, the other large, withered and strong. The contrast intrigued him, and something about the scene felt peaceful. As he approached the hut, a gentle voice startled him from his thoughts. Lost in your mind, aren't you? Aaron looked up to see an old man dressed in simple robes standing by the hut. His eyes twinkled with wisdom and his face was serene. Aaron sensed that this man might hold answers to the storm of questions in his heart. Who are you? Aaron asked hesitantly. The man smiled softly. Some call me a Zen master, but I am simply a traveler, just like you, though perhaps I have walked a few more miles. Aaron, without thinking, blurted out his deepest thoughts. Why are we here? Why do we live when we know we will die? What is the purpose of all this? The master motioned for Aaron to sit beneath the big tree, its shade offering comfort. After a moment of silence, the master spoke. Do you see these two trees? One is young, just starting its journey, and the other is old, having withstood many seasons. Both are living their purpose, growing and thriving, each at its own pace. But neither questions why it grows. It simply grows because that is its nature. Aaron frowned. But we're not trees. We think, we feel, we wonder. Doesn't that mean our purpose is something more? The master nodded. True, we are not trees, but our nature is similar. Our purpose in life is not some grand mystery to be solved, but something simple, like the trees. We grow, we change, we help others grow. Along the way, we face storms, we bend, we may even break. But we live through it all, and that is the essence of our purpose. Aaron looked at the small tree, then at the old one. He could see the years etched in the bark of the older tree, the strength in its branches despite the countless winds it must have endured. But what about death? Aaron asked quietly. Doesn't death mean that all this growing is for nothing? The master placed a hand on Aaron's shoulder, his touch gentle yet firm. Death is a part of life, not the end of it. Just as the sun sets only to rise again, life moves in cycles. We are not meant to live forever, but we are meant to live fully while we are here. Our purpose is found in the connections we make, the love we share, and the growth we experience. Whether we live a short life like the small tree or a long life like the big one, the value of life is in how deeply we live it. Aaron sat quietly, letting the words sink in. He had always searched for a grand answer, a revelation that would make everything clear. But now, sitting under the trees, he realized that life's purpose wasn't something distant or hidden. It was in every step he took, in every breath, in the simple act of living and growing. The Zen master stood up, his eyes kind. Your journey has just begun, and along the way you will find many moments where you understand your purpose a little more. But always remember, it's not about finding the answer, it's about living the question. As the master walked away, Aaron sat alone, looking at the trees once more. The small tree swayed gently in the breeze, while the big tree stood tall, casting its protective shade. In that moment, Aaron felt a sense of peace he hadn't known before. His questions hadn't disappeared, but they no longer weighed him down. Life was not a puzzle to be solved, but a path to be walked. And with each step, he would live, grow, and discover more of his purpose. And for the first time in a long while, Aaron smiled. So friends, the purpose of life is not to find a single definitive answer, but to live fully, grow, and discover meaning through our experiences and challenges. Life is not about avoiding death, but embracing the journey, realizing that every moment contributes to our growth and understanding. By living deeply and compassionately, we fulfill our purpose. Hope you like the story and also helpful to learning and practice English and you learn more unique words from the story. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Stay connected to MixfashStory. Thanks for watching.